Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soonered up. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see us arrive from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, and David Colligan and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside the spot. The ball pops out on the return. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, daggum, if you had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get really frustrated because you wanted that turnover, you caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
They're testing the right side here. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, but the big run is ready to move those sticks for the first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that.
And we've seen that kind of...
Gonna take a shot. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance. And when you get going early, when you get going and this crowd in the game, they can be a big part of it. Man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in the stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
Fielded in the end zone. It's two. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here we go. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give out of the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the back of the field. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road.
They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're two-down territory there and you take a shot on third and run it on fourth, they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played. Because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
That's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
They'll give it to the back. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Hokey, high, tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game and the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for the next.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Let's go. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Groves. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, and you open it up for the passing game.
They give him the rock again on second and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Go to those situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, train the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have...
He's going up top. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Now they'll run it to the right here. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
A third and long coming up here.
42 Spider.
Dropping back, it's Arnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return, it's Lane. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hokie.
This offense is so explosive, it can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he takes this from inside the front. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
This offense has a second down play. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in on second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Got it past the mark. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of depth.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in inside the 10. No one there to stop him. Except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And we're all square as he set to kick it away. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick pass. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to put back push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, what a caught! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably give him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
They didn't get the huge playoff back, but I love the ability to show that, be able to show plays off of that jet motion, and just show them you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still successful.
Headed to the end zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they get him down. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Crones. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go deep across the sideline, get some oxygen. But now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Oh, what a move. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
So, those little guys making physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Using his legs, it's smart. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking to pass. It's Arnold. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is. The QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking off. Trying play action. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Play action on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to correct.
Feeling some heat. Dances away from the heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities to these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 41.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sooners.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Winding up to add another. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's 2. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Back to pass, it's Drones. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. If you're doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Hey, how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for him?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fit.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Setting up the screen. Bulls his way forward.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They'll try the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when they get there. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
White 53. White 53.
They go to the ground. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Hokie! And that one will give him the lead. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a QB.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay them. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Third down coming up. Got it. That's the end of the third quarter of play. Virginia Tech, 28. Oklahoma, 21.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work.
42 Spiders, 4-2.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing, and still got stuck for the 2.
Huge play by this defense. This game had an opportunity to get very, very interesting. They step up, make the big play, make this a 2-possession game now with that safety and getting the football back.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you don't have time to throw.
And the Sooners in the hurry up. From the red zone, it's Barnes. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The give to the single back. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Rommel's ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last possession possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put him in position to pick up a first down. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They want that clock to run. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Takes a handoff. It's Tootin. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice third down sub-defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing an incompletion, setting up for it.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? The ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The option look. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on the radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job holding on to that football really tight at the end of the run. You've got to understand the situation. You're up. It's the fourth quarter. I want to keep that clock moving, but more importantly, I can't turn.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more for that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got